let me ask you a question. What in the world is this? You're looking at a seven-sided star. The word star in Greek can mean multiple things. Of course, the sun is a star. It's just our star. But this is not a star the way we normally look at it. This is not a planet. This is something filmed in the night sky, which is a new object that has been seen all over the world. And it has seven sides. And it has rings and a nucleus. It looks like a cell. It's alive. And it's visible with the naked eye. I have to thank Gina for sending this to me from Richie from Boston. This is his YouTube channel. And this is footage that he had from, I believe, Friday, recently. And I saw this and I was astonished. This is a major, major end-time sign for us in these last days. It's a major sign as big as the woman clothed with the sun. It could mean one of two things. We're going to get into some details a little bit later. But you can see this. Apparently it comes up in the west, and you can see this. Now, I'm going to allow Richie to describe this to you. I'll give you some of his descriptions of what they saw and everything else. But why does it have seven sides? Why is this such a sign? This is a miracle, guys. This is a miracle. We're looking at it. Now, why are we saying this is a miracle? This is why. Guys, I drew this thing 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was trying to express this pattern I saw in the Bible. And I don't know if you can see it has a hole in it, because you can make this as a clock. So it has all the characteristics. 7 sides, rings, and a center nucleus. Now, what was I drawing? Why would I draw this? It's in the book of Zechariah chapter 3. It says, there would be a stone, and on the stone was 7 sides. So I began to realize that the stone had 7 sides, had 7 edges to it. Now, a stone can also be a star. Okay? And that's what we're looking at here. Here you can see the first video we posted regarding this pattern, and we were announcing the Jubilee year in December 30th, 2014. And we were announcing the Jubilee year of 2015. Here you can see the 7-sided stone, 7-sided pattern. Okay, we have other videos on this, but when we compare this pattern, and you look closely there on the left to the pattern on the right that was observed, it's identical. I didn't even alter or turn the object either way. It's perfectly. The center point at the top is exactly the same. You see the 2 rings in the 2 circles. Okay, so here we're overlaying the pattern over the object, and you can see it's perfectly 7 sides. It has rings inside it. You can see even the rings correspond almost perfectly, identical, with the center nucleus. So 4 distinct characteristics, 7 sides, 2 rings, 1 nucleus. I mean, amazing, major, major sign from the Most High. Now, you might think that is ridiculous. However, this is not the first time it's happened. We've also shown you many times this diagram as the sign of the Son of Man coming in the clouds. It's called the chariot of the cherubim, and it's the cherubim that are around the throne of the Lord Jesus Christ. So we've shared this pattern as well, and we also saw this in the heavens. So what this diagram is Ezekiel chapter 1 describes the 4 cherubim around the throne, and we saw this in the sky. Amazing. You can see the same features, the circle, and the cherubim right and left. It's called a sundog. Okay? And of course, if we overlay that pattern over this feature in the sky, it's identical. So these heavenly downloads that we've been sharing with you of these drawings and these patterns, the Most High is confirming his word with signs following. So now let's listen to Richie describe this to you in his own words of what this is.
I just took this video just now, I mean just right now, of what appears to be a star that never ever moves. There's the moon up in the sky. Is that showing up?
Yes.
And then there's what appears to be a tiny new moon. Well, we got the P9000 on it, and Brandon stood right by me as we did this. Takes me a minute. There's the moon, okay? And I'm not zoomed all the way in, but I just wanted to do this so you could see where in relation that this new tiny moon or whatever this object in the sky is. But I find along. Well, let me zoom in on that tiny moon. Let's take a look at the tiny moon. Braden stood right there watching. The Nikon is on a tripod. It is not moving. Watch this. This thing, whatever it is quite alive. Now, it jumping up and down, that is me adjusting the tripod, but it's pulsating. That's all it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to zoom in. You saw it. What did you see?
No, it's alive. It looks like somatics to me. It looks like a frequency within water. It's also, it's pulsating. So it looks like a sand dollar. It looks like, it almost at certain points, it also looked like the flower of life to me. And so we had...
Check that out real quick. Right where the little notch is on it. Remember I pointed it out?
That's right.
Look at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's not giving off light right there. I just noticed that first time. Remember at the bottom it looks like a sand dollar with a little cutout? That's the one spot it's not giving off light. So it's emulating light straight up. We know that now.
Yeah. And you can see this. You can see this with the naked eye. Well, because we have, for the first 2 days and probably the last month and a half, there it is. For the last month and a half, we've had the clearest skies that I can remember since probably October or November. There's that notch.
Right down at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
There's a notch, and it's not giving light up when you show. I never saw that.
That's it. It's 7-sided, 8 points, but it looks exactly like somatics. And once you focus in on this star, it acts like it doesn't want to be. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It acts like it doesn't want to be taken.
And now, see, I've said that so many times. I try to videotape these things, and it's like they don't want to be videotaped. You saw what I meant,
right? Yeah.
You're not touching any controls. You're not focusing, not doing anything, and all of a sudden it'll expand so you can't get a picture of it.
No, but that's it. And we've been watching it. We watched it two nights in a row, and now, of course, this is the answer is that it's a new moon. Folks, that's just crazy that it's even there.
It looks like You look through a microscope and you see little things. You look through a telescope, you see macro things, macro, micro. Well, this still looks like you're looking at a cell. I mean, it looks exactly like a cell, except you can see a frequency moving over it. Boom, boom. And then when it's zoomed out,
and it's got the nucleus.
It's just sitting there going boom, boom. It
looks like it's alive. It really does. It looks like at all times. And of course, if you look at it different, it pulses. And when that pulse is happening, the different rays of light are coming off at different angles. So, it's something to keep an eye on. I know it's definitely, it doesn't operate as normal. And last night as the moon moved, this thing kept the exact distance from the moon.
It's here in Australia as well. Yeah.
So
I got dudes from Croatia, Russia, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, everybody sending it. Somebody said, is it Venus? Well, wandering stars, whatever they are, move in a pattern. They're not, if it was I know. I'm doing that because I'm trying to represent a circle. Is that okay? Is that not a secret Illuminati sign? A wandering star, if that's what it was, or whatever they are, when they do show up, they show up at a different spot every night, and it's quick. It's a quick progression. This thing's been sitting in the same spot for months, apparently everywhere, including Australia and Croatia, Louisiana, Boston, Indiana, California. It's everywhere, and I don't know what it is, man. I just don't know what it is. Here, let me show you real quick how it ain't a spaceship. Spaceships don't look like a cell, first of all, and they don't sit in the same spot every single night, so it can be detected by anybody with any type of optics, and they can watch it and go on live streams and show it to the entire world and try to figure out what it is. But it ain't a spaceship because it's awfully pulsating for a spaceship. Everything that's up there is alive. That ain't a spaceship. It's in the same spot every single night to boot. So you can put binoculars, use astronomical binoculars. You can take a picture of this thing with a cell phone, but it's a star, a distant sun, it's a moon, it's a small moon. So it might be plasma, or it could be. Like I said, look at it. You can see the frequencies moving across the face of it right now. Watch this. Check this out. Let me get this out of the way. Sorry. You can see that is cymatics right there. See the frequencies moving across the face? And then see the little cutout down here at the bottom? That's a trip. And that little cutout comes and goes, and it doesn't emulate light or radiate light. I shouldn't say emulate. That's crazy. That's it. And then suddenly down here, your camera's out of focus. The camera's focused. That's what's in there. And sometimes this little eye in the middle moves. And smaller and larger, that's all on its own accord. You saw me not touching the camera.
No, it's I called it the dancing light.
People, this is a major, major sign. What does this mean? This is either the 7 angels, which are 7 stars that are in Christ's right hand, or these are the 7 last angels that's described in Revelation 15. Guys, let's learn about this. Let's educate ourselves. NASA is not going to help. I mean, this is not going to meet any type of description of anything else. It's not an asteroid. It's not a star. It's not a moon. It's none of that. So it's going to have to be grassroots, people being independent astronomers with the camera and the gear to get a good footage of this and good information, okay? So any information on that, please post the comments in links, share with us other channels. We'll be watching Richie's channel, of course, and learn about this. What is going on? What is this thing? It is major. This is huge sign, guys. I'm showing you the same exact pattern we've been drawing for years. We're going to have a PDF file in the link in the description field. You can download that PDF file. What you're looking at is a portal. I know everyone thinks the portals are the Illuminati and the devil and the dark side, but the whole book of Revelation is about open doors to heaven, about the soon return and glory of Jesus Christ in his return. And that's what you're looking at in this video, in this sign. It's a major sign of Christ's return. And he's coming back in power and great glory. So that's what we're sharing with you. We have a playlist on the 7 ecclesia, which are the 7 churches of Revelation chapter 2 and 3. That's this pattern we've been sharing with you for years, okay? So you can even get the clock mechanism. You can get a clock. It'll operate as a clock. But guys, thanks for watching, and God bless you.